Hi everyone, it's Sophia here. I just wanted to share something. Um, I know it's gonna, trigger a lot of people, but I already said that if I have certain thoughts that I feel I need to share, that I will be sharing it. And just to remind people that we all have our opinions and our perspectives on things. And I ask that everyone who's listening to this be respectful of the message. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like that song that says, you say it best when you say nothing at all. Those are for the people who have nothing nice to say and do not understand the perspective of others and free will. So I wanted to share this thought that came to me today, as it being Easter Sunday and being someone who was brought up in a Christian home, who celebrated Easter, who celebrates Christmas, all of those Christian holidays. And now on my spiritual awakening journey, realizing how the field works, our matrix, the quantum field of the reality that we live in. We were told in the church that, pray for it in the spirit and it will come to you in the physical, but no one really explained how to do that exactly. And I only learned how that works through my awakening journey and finding out from people and from my own knowledge as well, who are in the spiritual community, how that actually works. Because there is so much that's been hidden from us for so many years, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone in particular to say, oh, it's your fault, it's all our responsibility, that when we find something out that is not true, that we need to share that with others for them to also have the awakening of that particular uh, I don't even know the word to use, so of whatever it is. So I was thinking today about Easter, and I saw an advert about when Jesus was doing his last meal with the disciples, and it's depicted as he's telling them to drink his blood and eat his flesh. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if you eat meat, you're considered a carnivore. And if you eat fruit, vegetables, herbs, you're considered a herbivore. And that goes for the animal kingdom also. So I'm trying to figure out, why would they depict Jesus saying to eat of his flesh and drink of his blood? That's cannibalism, right? If you're a human, to eat another human's flesh and to drink another human's blood, right? How did they get away with putting that message? That's what saying that's what Jesus said. And how could we have believed that for so many years and generations? How? If you're a human eating the flesh of another human and drinking the blood of another human, that's cannibalism, right? And even if you look at it that, Jesus is God in some people's perspective, you're gonna eat the flesh of your God and drink the blood of your God just for remembrance? I'm sure there is a lot of other things that we could do in remembrance of a God, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. And it's just hit me like a ton of bricks this morning when I saw that. And I've always seen it, and it never really occurred to me to think about that before. But this morning, after seeing the advert, I'm just like, oh my gosh. This is promoting cannibalism. Are you kidding me? And it's saying it's in the remembrance. Eat this and drink this in remembrance of me. According to the scriptures, that's what Jesus said. And I'm still trying to get my head around it even as I'm speaking now. You know? I'm just like, I would not be eating the flesh of another person, and I would not be drinking the blood of another person. Heck, I won't even be drinking the blood of an animal, much less a human. So coming back to the praying and manifesting. So imagine Jesus is back, right? And this practice is still continuing. So while we're partaking in the blood and the flesh of Christ in his remembrance, in the spirit, what is that doing? What is that doing in the spirit? We are master manifestors. And if we are being partaking in this eating of the flesh and drinking of the blood, even though it's as a metaphor, there's action being put to it, guys. And this action that's being put to these words and these thoughts, what do you think will happen if Jesus was around and you guys were doing this? Or people were doing this, not, aiming at anybody specifically, as in somebody I know, what have you, just in general, because, it's practiced worldwide with the Christian religion. Like, I'm just flabbergasted about the whole thing, and knowing that this is something I grew up around and encouraged to partake in, when I was in my church settings. And it shows you how much people can be manipulated to the point of not even asking questions, just being brought up in certain cultures to do certain things. It's not even questioned, I've never really had a meaning told to me of what having a Christmas tree was, so I made one up for myself. I'll do another video on that. I'll share that. So manifesting with our thoughts, emotions, and our actions brings from the spirit world into the physical world. And the question I want to put out there is, what do you think would happen if Jesus was in physical form right now and this practice carried on. Could it be that this is one of the reasons why he is not in physical form? Think about that. I definitely have thought about it. Yeah. So that's my thought going out today. I am a follower of the teachings of Jesus Christ, but not that one. I'm following his teachings of love, compassion, forgiveness, selflessness. Those I follow. But as for the partaking of the drinking of the blood and eating of the flesh, no thank you. No thank you. I do not consent. I'm a sovereign being of light, and so are you. You have free will, a choice to choose when you know better. If you know better, then you should do better, and you should share how to do better with others. Don't just criticize and then not encourage. God is love, God is light. We are love, we are light, we are of God. He and us are one. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.